Good morning and welcome to Wednesday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Devanya Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom for you today. And we have a card from our newest deck, the Earth Warriors deck, which is the artwork on is just stunning. Good morning, Abigail. You're the first one popping on today. Hello, hello. Grab a drink here. And there's Joe Neal. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Give it a minute as everybody's popping on. But we have an Earth Warriors card, and it's an interesting card, and I think perfect for today, given that we have an eclipse and energetic shifting going on. I think the card will make sense as I'm reading it. So let's start with some breath, though. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Gwen. In through the nose, out through the mouth, letting your shoulders drop. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And because this is an Alana Fairchild deck, a little bit longer than usual, but I think you're going to find this card very interesting. So, again, Earth Warriors deck, Alana Fairchild, and our card is Mayu, M-A-Y-U, and Soma from the Galactic Heart. Soma from the Galactic Heart. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. All those hearts match her hair. Happy 5th birthday to your granddaughter, Olivia. Yes, 5 years old. Wow. That is something. Do you remember being 5? I don't remember being 5. That's a long time ago. Another nice deep breath. Let it go. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, good morning. All right, so Soma from the Galactic Heart. The Divine Mother's milk of the galaxy is feeding your soul. An expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to read that line again because it's about expansion, and isn't that what we've been talking about a long time? An expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. The divine potential within you is awakening at a higher turn of the creative spiral of consciousness. We're up-leveling. This oracle is a prophecy of ascension and grace. Good morning, Janine. Ascension and grace. I was talking to somebody yesterday about bringing grace to a circumstance. And I think the more grace-filled we are in this tumultuous time, also known as the crisis time, which is coming to an end, but good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Is coming to an end, but there's still some belches, wheezes, and coughs to go through. So let's see what she has to tell us. In a reading, your soul has been going through a deep spiritual feeding process and is growing rapidly. The evidence of this in the outer world would be a sense of expanded opportunity, reach, connection, and spiritual experience. And this can come in the midst of chaotic stuff. Oftentimes, out of chaos comes a new order. The oracle foretells the welcoming of a new phase in life. Newborn energies and fertility, whether biological, creative, or psychological, are being stimulated. The oracle indicates the discovery, development, and expression of talents. So, what do you love to do? Put that out there now. What do you love to do? Experiment with it now. Practice, enjoy, dive in. If you like painting, paint. If you like swimming, swim. If you like singing, sing. Whatever it is, do it. Maybe multiple things, but really bring them to the front now. An increasingly public profile, which moves you into the spotlight, can help you fulfill your divine life mission, provided that you keep your inner connection to spirit as the highest priority. So it's kind of that same thing of staying grounded on Mother Earth, yet connected to the divine. It's both. It's both. The oracle speaks of soul healing around matters of trust, spirit, mother, and abundance. The spiritual guidance. I'm going to show her to you again. There she is. Mayu, star goddess of the Milky Way, was seen clearly in the skies of the ancient Incas. In Western traditions, the Milky Way, good morning, Sue, good morning, is recognized as a metaphor for nourishment and the milk of the heavens. There she is. When she appears as an oracle, it is an omen of happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. If you develop your spiritual practice, you shall come to experience feeling drunk on divine bliss, like a baby in an ecstasy of complete fulfillment through the mother's milk. When we connect with the galactic heart, it is a sign of spiritual advancement. We are growing in such a way that our being becomes ready, willing, and able to take up more spiritual space in the atmosphere. Think about that. Think about that in terms of women physically on Earth. We're just beginning to take up our space. I remember a friend telling me that her son had said to her something along the lines of, "Boy, Mom, you don't take up much space in this world." Take up your space. Fill your space. Let's see here. You will express your spiritual growth in your life according to your talents. If you are a thinker, your thoughts will become more inspired, expansive, and original. If you are a healer, you will experience the flow of a new quality of divine consciousness through your work. If you are a leader, you will experience a feeling of being overshadowed by something truly great, kind, and helpful, whilst at the same time feeling more fearless, bold, and confident to speak your truth and guide those in your care. Whatever the truth of your soul, encounters with the galactic heart are granted to evoke, expand, and empower it upon the earth. Some interpretations of the Vedas of ancient India see the Milky Way as heavenly soma, the nectar of immortality and the drink of the divine. Soma can feed the soul, but like any food, healthy or otherwise, too much at any given time is hard to digest and can create more harm than good. So we're thinking moderation here. We're thinking some moderation. We're stepping into the light, we're putting out our talents, but keeping it connected to the divine. More divine light and energy is not always better. At least not when we try to take it in all at once, that drinking from a fire hose thing. We need to learn when enough is enough, to detach from the Divine Mother's breast, and rest in the contentment and fulfillment of the present moment. So think about that for Americans in particular. When is enough enough? And I had a dream about this morning where it was creating a community, and some of them wanting to expand that community, and others of us wanting to keep it a certain size that felt just right. And the ensuing conversations related to that. To allow ourselves to be spiritually fed, we need to feel trust and surrender into the divine feminine. We need to know when to latch on and when to detach from the inflow of spiritual energy. We need to allow for the mind, body, and soul to adjust to the increased levels of light, and spiritual nutrition, and to metabolize that for healing growth. So again, that question, when is enough enough? If you're feeling like you're getting a little bit overwhelmed with the input, time to detach, process that much, then bring in more. If we have had difficult issues around trust, support, and nourishment as human beings, it is important to clear those issues through grace so we can receive the heavenly nectar without greed or fear. That's a good way to put it, isn't it? Digestion and integration allow us to utilize each blessing and become ready for further expansion when it is time to be fed again. We trust that the sacred food of the Divine Mother will be available when needed. We can learn to rest into all that the Galactic Mother will provide for our soul, growing us into the fullness of our spiritual radiance and maturity, one dose of her extraordinary blessed soma at a time. So, when is enough enough? I'm just going to keep saying it. When is enough enough? Okay, that's enough for this time. I'm just going to allow that to process, then seek more. So here's the healing process. Say it out loud with one hand on your heart if possible. So to call and response, I'll say it, you repeat it out loud. I invoke the unconditional love of the Galactic Heart and give thanks for all that is good, true and nourishing of my being on all levels through unconditional love. I surrender with forgiveness and blessing any issue to do with mothering or being mothered, whether too much or too little. I release myself from false guilt, shame, and judgment now. I release the mother figures in my life with forgiveness in my heart, for I no longer wish to hold on to old pain. I acknowledge I am worthy and deserving of nourishment straight from the sacred milk of unconditional love from the Galactic Mother. May all mothers receive healing and guidance, blessing and assistance from the Divine Mother of all souls. With trust, I now open myself to receive what is needed for the ecstatic fulfillment of my being through divine grace. With gratitude, so it is. Now it is time to close your eyes and rest for as long as feels good. Whether you wish to meditate, sleep, or just close and rest your eyes for a time, permit yourself to do that now. You can begin that process by gazing at the image on the card for a moment. So I'll show you the card again. Gently focus on the light at the center of the Galactic Goddess. So right in the center of her chest. And imagine, feel, visualize, or pretend that you are stepping right into that heart light as you either zone out into sleep, rest your eyes, or meditate. When you are ready, ground yourself with some deep cleansing breaths as you emerge from your rest. Move your body a little and ground yourself in the here and now. You have completed your healing process. So if you wanted, you could go back and listen to this part, the prayer part of this, and stop the video at the point where the rest occurs for as long as you desire, and then finish it up with the cleansing breaths. I'd love to hear some feedback. How was that? What are your thoughts on that? For me, it feels like it's spot on for where we're at and what we're going through. We're finishing up this 80-year cycle of crisis and moving into a new phase. And it's comforting to know that there is some cyclic nature to this process. So if you want to learn more about that, I would say the Joe Edwards books are very helpful in terms of spelling this out, so you can go, oh yeah, that makes sense, or I can see that fits with my experience, etc. But that's it for today. Remember, again, we are having, good morning Deb, glad you're here, we are having an eclipse today, so energies are going to be a little, as my friend Kayleen would say, wonky. It doesn't mean bad, it just means it's part of the process of going through to this next phase. So just, oh, good. I'm glad it was comforting. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. And just stay in the good space, stay in the light. There may be some darker kinds of things that pop up in terms of thoughts or feelings. Allow them to be there, but refocus your attention on the light. So you acknowledge that those feelings and thoughts are there. Like that dream I had this morning of what was just right, people seeking to make it something it wasn't. So I acknowledge that, but I bring my focus back to the light. Back to the light, back to the light, back to the light. That's where I'm going to stay focused today. So have an awesome Wednesday. Spend some time in nature if you can. Certainly rest. Drink a lot of water. Take good care. Eat well. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.